Hey, what's up everybody? I'm Steve Morgan with the Tuning School. Today I'm here to talk to you about Power Enrichment Pedal Enable for your GM trucks. Why it's a good thing and why it can be a bad thing. So the Power Enrichment Pedal Enable determines your wide open throttle fueling at what percentage the pedal is depressed. So essentially it's like the back two barrels of a carburetor if you're an old school guy. It is the percent of the pedal depressed when gives you power enrichment. So a lot of times you're going to see these GM trucks are going to be set really high from the factory. And you can look at files from GM trucks and GM cars, and the truck is going to be really high, the car is going to be really low. Tend to be trucks 80, 90-ish% pedal enable, and cars are going to be 20 to 40% pedal enable. Some will vary, different year models, but that's the main conception of the two. So what I have found that works best is a 60% pedal enable. 60% gets you good across the board for almost everybody. You're gonna have instances where you're gonna have a guy that owns a truck or a girl that owns a truck. They're either towing, or they want better fuel mileage, or they want better performance out of their vehicle. So you can always custom adjust that. 60% is just a good starting point. So what I have found is customers that have came to me and said, hey, I've got a problem. My truck is getting really bad fuel mileage after having it tuned. Do you know what's going on? And I can go into that file and look at the Power Enrichment Pedal Enable, and if it's set low, like a car in the 40 to 60% range, then it's set too low. So trucks are heavier, which require more of a load to move down the road than cars do. Therefore, cars are more performance driven. They don't weigh as much, so there's not as much load on a car as there in a truck. So they can lower the Power Enrichment Pedal Enable in a car much lower than you can in a truck. So if you go lower than 60% in a truck, just beware that it could be fuel mileage issues, but your performance will be great. If you're towing, I like to richen that up, get that down about 50% unless the customer is having complaints of fuel mileage. It will use more fuel if you're towing with it set down around 60% because you're going to be getting into that 60% throttle range. If you're having a customer that is having trouble, they do want better fuel mileage and they don't care much about towing or performance, I like to set that up around 70, 75%. That way we know at part throttle driving, we're not going to be getting into that Power Enrichment Pedal Enable percentage. 75%, you're really not going to get there unless you're intending to get there. Then when you intend to get there, it's still set lower than the factory, so it gets there quicker and things run a lot greater. So thank you for watching today. If you have any other questions about PE modifiers, be sure to visit us at thetuningschool.com. Follow us on social media, and as always, stay tuned.